Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with the Survival Buzz. So it's pretty much apparent at this point that the powers that be out there want to bring this economy to its knees and start over with the New World Order. That's obvious at this point. You know, I'm always encouraging people on here to work hard right now. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get harder. So work now to prepare and put things back. And for the most part, that's true. But it's also very discouraging, good old Uncle Sam, how much they take from us out of our check. You know, my entire adult life, I've always gotten something back on my tax return at the end of the year. Some years better than others, depending on who's in office that year or whatever. And last year was actually the first year I ever had to pay back money. And it hurt. It honestly hurt. You know, getting used to having that little bit of extra money at the end of the year, nothing huge, but a little bit extra. And then being, you know, served with a bill basically of what I owe. It financially hurt me even worse than the position I was already in. So I just work harder, and it just seems the more I work, the more money that they want from me. But yet you have people that barely work, that are perfectly capable of it, and they get so many perks out of the government. It's ridiculous. And everybody seems to think this next election's it. You know, you hear that every election cycle. This is the most important election ever. Maybe it is, I don't know. But I honestly think it doesn't make a difference till we get an actual real president in there that tells us the truth, that is transparent and tells the American people everything going on, and abolish the Fed. Nothing's going to change. We're headed down that same road. A crash course is basically what we're on. So it makes it hard whenever they take from you. So, I don't know, 6 months or so ago, I decided I was going to buy and sell some things, you know, make a little bit of money. So I started selling things on eBay. And I'd heard about the IRS saying, you know, once you make over $600, you got to pay taxes on it. And didn't really think much of it when I started selling stuff. But then once I reached that $600 sale mark, I actually received a message from eBay saying that if I didn't acknowledge that I was going to pay taxes and all that, I guess they're going to send me something in the mail. If I didn't acknowledge that, they wouldn't even release the money that was rightfully mine that I earned. They wouldn't do that until I signed off on it. And once I started thinking about it, you know, it's rather ridiculous how much we're being taxed. I mean, you're talking about an item that I'm selling used stuff here, an item that was already taxed once when it was sold. Then I acquire it. I might pay taxes on it sometimes on the item, and then I turn around and sell it online, and then that person is taxed as well. So that item's already been taxed 3 times. It's rather ridiculous. So I started adding it up in my head and realized that, you know, after purchasing the item, paying for shipping, and then being taxed on the item, it wasn't even worth my time, honestly. I'll just stick my head in work and work harder there. And, you know, it's getting harder and harder to find a side gig, a side job where you can actually get paid under the table. It's nearly unheard of nowadays, but if you can get those type of jobs, by all means, it's going to put a little bit of extra money in your pocket. So then I read an article today and I heard, you know, the Inflation Reduction Acts that our great leader passed, they talked it down from, I guess, 80 billion down to 60 billion that they're giving the IRS. And I'm sure you guys seen all the videos months ago of all the IRS agents they're hiring and carrying guns and everything like that. And there was all the speculation and stuff. Well, I guess now they're coming out saying that a lot of that money is actually going to AI. And they'll be able to look into, you know, your past tax returns, your social media. They can go on there and fish around. Third-party people they can receive information from that they pay for. And it's supposedly just to come after rich people. Classic story, but we all know who they're really after. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen when all these people start getting these giant tax bills and things that they weren't expecting. What are they going to do? Now they've got boots on the ground. They have more IRS agents strapped up with guns, apparently. What are they going to do? There's not enough places in jail to put all these people. Are they going to kick you out of your home? Are they going to take everything you own? I guess we'll soon find out with that. But it's just very discouraging for people like me that work very hard for a living, work very hard to earn that extra dollar, all to just have it taken away in taxes. And what are we getting in return at this point, honestly? What are we getting in return other than a shadow government that's really running everything? I'm just sick and tired of all these politicians, these people that are supposed to be here to help us. They're not here to help us. And you're fooling yourself if you think there's a world leader or even a U.S. president that we can put into office that's going to fix all this. Like I said, till they're willing to face the public and tell us all the things we need to know and get rid of the Federal Reserve, nothing's ever going to change. God bless y'all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.